Today from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Nebraska. Now, here's the man, number 20, Billy Sims.
Billy Sims, according to Barry Switzer, is the finest back he's seen in a long, long time. Look at the power in his legs. Barry says that this is his key. He's built himself up from 180-pounder to 205, working on weights, and it's just a mismatch when he gets in the secondary. Watch his quickness right up the middle. When he goes into that secondary, a poor defensive back, one-on-one, has no chance. 4.5 speed, 205 pounds, a great player.
And here's a big sophomore, David Overstreet, that has plenty of tools, too.
Overstreet, 4'4", 192 pounds. And watch this young sophomore use his blocking of Billy Sims, who Barry says is also a great blocker when he doesn't have the football, a good player. But Sims knows how to run. Overstreet gained 7,000 yards in high school.
The quarterback is Thomas Lott, but you see his average. You know he's carried the ball a lot. Sims at an even 1,400 yards, but look at the average per carry. King, the fullback, averaging just under 8 yards per carry. There are plenty of those at Nebraska, too. Big guys like Rick Burns, who is, I think, one of the underrated backs in this part of the country. He's a big, strong fellow, and he's backed up by number 32, I.M. Hipp.
Rick Burns is a fine football player, very tough. But here you can see that on the first play, he ran outside, which is a little bit unusual. Then we see I.M. Hipp, number 32, who has developed himself into a good inside runner. Big and strong, worked on the weights. You can see the strength of his legs also, Keith. The big thighs are really an indication of
tremendous amount of pressure. And here he is in one more big game today, and the ball is in the air. High and hanging, and here's a return by Lockett. He gets past the 20. My goodness. We had Von Schaumann decked on the kickoff, and he was flat of his back, but he rolled up and came off the field all right. And we have another Sooner down on the field. It looks like it's Freddie Nixon, number 11, who is the backup man to Billy Sims. They send Kenny Brown, the wingback, in motion. Give it to Burns to the tight side of the field. All the way. Oh, how. As Reggie Mathis, number 58, read that play. Tom Osborne, a man who has not beaten Oklahoma in the 6 years he's been here as the head coach. The Huskers have the ball, first down at their own 25. The same unit lines up offensively as we had in the first series with Sorley handing the ball to Andrew Franklin, the fullback. And Franklin, an Alabama, goes all the way out to the 35.
Keith, that's just second effort with Franklin on a straight handoff. He cuts back out there after getting a little penetration in the secondary. Watch him, just second effort, right away from Ken Law, and finally Mathis brings him down.
It's Oklahoma the ball at the 30-yard line. And in their second possession, it is Billy Sims just ripping, and no, it is Kenny King ripping and tearing holes in that Nebraska defense, and he goes for 17 yards.
He is a key in this ball game, will be.
It's a six-man front for Nebraska as Lott rides it outside to Billy Sims. Third down and one, Sims. Your first down and then some. Touchdown.
Here's a replay of Sims' touchdown. No way are arm tackles or weak tackling attempts going to stop him. And here he shows his speed in the open field. Man, this guy was just a dynamite running back.
In Lincoln, Nebraska, Billy Sims. Here are the Huskers now. They trail by 7 from the 23-yard line. Rick Burns. Andrew Franklin, the big fullback. And Franklin pounds his way to the 41. Second down and 5 from the 41 for Nebraska. Burns on an option. Missed the man. He threw for Miller, but he had Brown wide open. Third down, 5. Burns in motion. This time Sorley will throw it. He shoots it to Junior Miller. Intercepted. George Cumby, the linebacker, gets the football. He was off Miller's hands.
Watch Miller, a little quick pass in front of the cornerback. goes right through his hands. He took his eyes off it, but the ever-alert George Cumby, All-American, picks it up. A former fullback, protects
all over the country. Wears underneath his helmet. On second down and 7, it's Billy Sims again. They need on third down just about 17 yards. With Bobby Kimball wide to the right, Sims in motion, Lott back to throw. He runs out of time. Fumble. Sooners cover it. We'll also have a game Monday night. Here's the pitch to Rick Burns. Fumble. Uh-oh. There is the one thing that terrifies you. You're back in that area of the field where you must be careful. The hard hit put on by Basil Banks. John Goodman. The ball comes loose from Burns, and Oklahoma covers it just inside the Cornhusker 14-yard line. It was Goodman that knocked it loose.
Burns is cutting back inside on the sweep play. When he turns back, he should protect the ball. Number 74, Goodman, knocks it right loose. A big break for Oklahoma.
Lott has it. Fumble. Nebraska gets it back. So the Huskers hold the Sooners as Jeff Hansen covers the ball for Nebraska.
Watch it. It's a counter option, but if you watch Lott, he does not put the ball away. He's carrying it with one hand. Look at it on his left hand. The Oklahoma, the only team, Keith, that let you get away with that, but they have such ability they can.
Nebraska now from the 7-yard line. Gives it to Ian Hip in the ball game for the first time, and he breaks it out for a first down. With 2:25 to go in the first quarter. If Nebraska can pick up a couple of first downs and move the ball out here, then the quarter's going to end and they'll get the win.
And they would be fortunate not to be more behind than a 7-0.
First down at the 18-yard line for Nebraska. Give it to the fullback, Franklin. Boy, did he take a wallop.
Small for a nose tackle at only 230 pounds, number 62, Reggie Kinlaw, was only a 12th-round draft pick by the Raiders in 1979. But he played 8 years in the NFL and was a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Not sure. There he is. Maybe it's just the breath knocked out.
There you see the Reggie Kinlaw down on the field, and he played last year with cartilage damage in his leg, but he refused the knife. Said, no, sir, I'll work it out. And in this instance, though, it looks to me like he was just had the wind knocked out of it.
Watch number 62, Kinlaw. Let's see what happens. He just got chopped.
Now, I'm no doctor, but even I know a hyperextended knee when I see one. The announcers butchered this analysis for sure.
Quarter of play with the Sooners leading by a score of 7-0. Sooners first in the nation, Nebraska fourth in the nation. Lott keeps it, now goes outside with it. The pitch gets away, and it's recovered by Nebraska. It was intended for Jimmy Rogers. The safety man, Hansen, was up there out of the I formation for Nebraska. Tom Sorley wants to throw it deep. He's going deep. He's got Lockett. And it is incomplete, and that was a fine defensive play by Mike Babb. It looked like Lockett had a step on him. Third and long. And Sorley to throw. Throws it short to Burns. Burns breaks a tackle. Burns gives Nebraska a first down inside the Oklahoma 10-yard line. Moving the ball. Burns. Touchdown. Here's Billy Todd now out of Sorley's hole, trying for the extra point to tie it. Lott back to throw. Throws it just about as far as he can for Freddie Nixon.
They put Sims at wide receiver because he's the fastest they have. Look at him run right by the secondary.
The wind at their back. Ball is given to Rick Burns. Burns just keeps on coming. It figures pass here on 2nd and 16. Lockett got it. He went out of bounds, came back inside, and it was close.
Keith, that was a sensational effort by Lockett. He gets disrupted by his pass pattern by the cornerback, pushed back inside. The ball is right on target, right there. Watch Ray, who is a great football player, searching. Excellent throw right here.
Another angle here and see just how close he was to being inbounds when he caught it. There's one, there's two, and he dropped the ball. No. The ball is laid on the ground by Overstreet. And Nebraska covers it with 12 seconds to play. Jim Pillen. Now, with the wind, it might be possible for Billy Todd to reach it. Sorely looking, and he got Smith out of bounds down at the 4-yard line. He's 4 out of 5 from this distance. He missed it. He missed it. It hit the right through the first half. Second man gets it. Ball is loose. Nebraska dives. The Huskers have it. Overstreet hit hard.
What a tackle Penzick made. He's the right defensive tackle. Overstreet, number 22, lowers his head, and Penzick just knocks the ball loose with his helmet. Big play for Nebraska.
Sorely looking. Goes for Miller. He's got it. Big Junior Miller, 6'4" tight end, downfield, makes the catch. First down, Nebraska.
In Junior Miller's junior and senior seasons, including bowl games, he caught 56 passes for 1,044 yards and 13 touchdowns. His 18.6 yards per catch tells you that he was a big play receiver.
Yep. He's got it. He's got a touchdown.
So what does IM stand for? Isaiah Moses, of course. His college career started out spectacularly in 1977 when he rushed for 1,353 yards and 10 touchdowns. It diminished in 1978 when he had 1,002 yards and 7 touchdowns, and diminished even further in 1979 when he had 585 yards and only 4 touchdowns. He was drafted in the 4th round and only played 1 NFL game.
Now the football is just inside the 30. First down for the Sooners. Thomas Lott gives it to Billy Sims. He breaks it up the middle, and he is gone. Touchdown. His second of the day.
Here's the replay. 2 leading backs, number 30 and number 22, King and Overstreet, open up the hole, and the safety man is not there. He won't come in the picture till Sims has run deep into the secondary. You'll see Hanson, 48, finally come in the picture. Too late.
Now here's the time. First and 15. Sorely rolls it back to throw. He goes deep for Lockett. Tried to pull it down one-handed, but by that time he was out of bounds. Sorely goes for Lockett and gets him at the Oklahoma 36-yard line. Boy, he drilled that one.
It was a rifle shot. Watch the replay. Lockett is going to turn inside. There are 3 Oklahoma defenders around him, but Sorely throws the ball right on the numbers.
All right, it's 3rd down and 10 for Nebraska. They throw it to Franklin, the fullback, and he's got the first down. Daring call again.
What a sensational call.
Sorely will hold on a 24-yard pass attempt. He's got it up. He's got it in the middle of the upright. And with 11 minutes and 51 seconds to play, Nebraska takes the lead 17-14, and they have broken a drought. Here's the kick. It's Phelps. Oh, he almost stepped out. Oh, over the ball. Nebraska's got it. I think they're going to call it dead. They're going to call him down at the 18-yard line. The linesman has not moved. He marked it right at the 18 as John Rood was downfield, just leveled him.
Keith, I have not seen that violent a collision in a long time. And of course, watch it right here. 46. John Rudd, I guess it was, wasn't it, Keith? Right there. And the ball is coming out.
Well, and I think if you take it back, you'll see the ball is still in the crook of his arm when his knee goes down. Go back and let's see if we can pick it up.
The officials have a way of taking it the easy way on that type of play, but that is clearly a fumble.
Yes, it's a fumble, no question about it. Yep, it is loose. Phelps is still down on the field. Osborne has argued his case as much as he can under the circumstances, but that is I've got to say it's a bad call because the ball is loose, obviously, right there.
That's about as bad a call as you'll ever see.
Yep.
In a critical game like this, in a critical area.
Out of the end zone, they give it to King, and Kenny breaks it. He may run for a week. What a big, coming up with a big play. First down at the 22 of Nebraska. Billy Sims cuts it in the middle. Fumble, ball loose. Nebraska gets it. Kinsick has the ball. That's 4 yards. 4 yards for Kenny King, who broke the big play a little while ago to get the Oklahoma Sooners off the hook when they were back at their 1 yard line. Uwe von Schumann, who may yet become a most important figure. He's the place kicker, and they're well within his range right now. But they're not thinking 3, they're thinking more. As a matter of fact, Barry Switzer may not choose to go for the tie, even this late in the game. The pitch is outside to Sims. He runs through a tackle. He's down to the 5 yard line. He fumbles. Nebraska's got the ball. Jim Pillen has the ball.